All right, with me now is Democratic Congressman from California, Jimmy Gomez. Thank you so much for being here. Let me just go ahead and ask you about this report. The Senate Armed Services Committee has just received the report from the Inspector General on Hegseth and what became known as Signalgate. You're on the House Intelligence Committee. Have you heard any details yourself about what this report reveals?
No, we haven't had a chance to see the report, but that's one of the first things I'm going to do after this TV hit is go and ask my staff to find that report so I can actually see it. The Signalgate was a big deal because he was putting the lives of our men and women in uniform at risk by revealing war plans on an insecure signal chat. This was insane then, and it's insane now, and we need to get to the bottom of that. So I'm glad we're finally getting the report.
If it is indeed proven that that is exactly what happened, it included an Atlantic reporter on that chat, as well as some of Hegseth's family members. What do you think should happen to the defense secretary?
Well, I think he should be fired, number one. But at the same time, I want people to remember, this guy never should have been confirmed by the Senate to be Secretary of Defense. He's an F-up. Where I come from, we call him an F-up. He screws up, and then he blames everybody else. One of the things in the Senate, he had a promise that he would stop drinking, or he wouldn't drink if he became Secretary of Defense. I never had to do that. I don't know any other people that had a promise not to drink. So it just shows, even with this latest situation when it comes to the boat strikes, that this guy should not be Secretary of Defense.
I do want to ask you about those strikes. Here is what Hegseth said in defense of what is known as a double tap strike, where they struck a suspected drug boat in the Caribbean more than once. Listen to what he said about it.
So I didn't stick around for the hour and 2 hours, whatever, where all the sensitive site exploitation digitally occurs. So I moved on to my next meeting. A couple of hours later, I learned that commander had made which he had the complete authority to do. And by the way, Admiral Bradley made the correct decision to ultimately sink the boat and eliminate the threat.
Now, he appears to put the blame on Admiral Bradley for the strike, but he also says that the Admiral did nothing wrong. How do you see it?
Hegseth is either lying yesterday or it was lying in September. So that's one of the things that we have to call out. And he's acting like a military strike that kills people is just like ordering coffee or watching a commercial on TV. It happened. Now I'm time to move on to my next thing. Unacceptable. And at the same time, if they knowingly struck people who were in the water that were just clinging to the boat, that is illegal. Destroying the boat is not illegal. Striking people who are survivors that are clinging to the boat is inherently illegal because those people don't pose an immediate threat to anyone.
Do you think someone should be charged with a war crime if that is what is found out to be the truth?
I think that we have to make sure that we investigate, and if that's true, they have to be charged or fired or be held accountable in some form or fashion.
Let's move on to another huge issue that I know affected your state. First, you've been very outspoken about the way the Trump administration is cracking down on immigration, which started in California. Now the president is going after Somali refugees using new legal action by prosecutors in Minnesota, sort of as a reason for charging forward and going on a rant about Somali immigrants and a sitting representative, Ilhan Omar, herself a Somali refugee. Here's what he said.
Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. But when they come from hell and they complain and do nothing but we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it. Thank you very much.
You heard people in the room there, including the vice president, banging on the desk or clapping in approval after those inflammatory remarks from the president. What do you think of those remarks?
I think they're disgusting, number one. It goes against everything we are as a country of immigrants. The fact that he's trying to blame them for all our problems is complete BS. And here's the thing. They can't defend their record when it comes to the economy, the fact that they failed to lower the cost of housing, the cost of childcare, the cost of groceries, and their tariff policy is making things worse. So what they're trying to do is once again launch into these attacks on immigrants to distract from their policy failures the idea that they're actually making America better.
Congressman Jimmy Gomez, I do thank you for taking the time, and we'll be checking back in with you if you ever get any information or quickly get information on the Inspector General's report. Do appreciate it. Kate?